and welcome back to another Blender tutorial video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make sort of a crystal animation that you can also animate to spin. But before we get straight into it, I want to just thank you guys so much. We just hit 100 subscribers about 2-3 weeks ago, and with that out of the way, let's just get straight into it. So you want to click on the default cube, press X to delete, Shift A, insert in the icosphere, S, Z to scale it up on the Z axis to make it this sort of tall like crystal. Shift D to duplicate, then S to scale down. This will be our inner core for our crystal. For our inner core, we want to make this an emission shader. So you want to click from that tab, from the world tab to the material tab, or whatever tab you're on, honestly. Then click new, go to emission, changes to whatever color you want. I'll just keep it on yellow because yellow is a nice color. Then set to image strength of 25, and let's name this to inner core, so we don't know. So we know that that's the inner core of the crystal because I've gotten confused many times. So let's first of all open a new tab, click this, and go to the shader editor. Click new. So we're going to make a texture for the outer texture for the crystal. But first let's make this fully transmissive so it looks like glass. So the inner core can shine out and looks super nice. Let's bring the roughness down just a little. So then let's press Shift A, insert a bump node. And just saying now, I'm not a node master by any means. Let's connect the normal to the normal. Let's bring the strength down to a 0.2. And then let's put in a color ramp. So this is how we're going to control all of this. It's nice and dandy. And then let's take the white and bring this all the way maybe over here, roughly. Press Shift A. Let's insert a Voronoi texture and set the distance to the factor. And then let's put in a mapping node. Mapping. There we go. There's going to be a lot of nodes, so try to keep up, guys, or I'm just slow. I don't know which one is which. Let's take the mapping, connect the vector into the vector, and let's put in a RGB mix, or mix RGB, and connect the color to the vector. And make sure you have the mapping node mode is set to point. After that, let's insert in a noise texture. Give us a little bit of noise, you know? Everything's gotta get a little noise to make it a little randomized. Procedural-like. Shift A, let's insert in a texture coordinate. Let's set the object into the vector and the object into the color. After that, let's set this to a scale of 3. And let's leave that alone for now. And, Blender's lagging just a little. Let's bring the factor all the way up to 1. And let's go bring our attention to the Voronoi texture node. Set this from F1 to distance to edge. And the scale to 25. The randomness to 0. And this is our node setup. So let's bring this over and close that. Control-Alt-0. Let's make this a little bit wider of a field of view. Set this from 50 millimeters to 30. Zoom this in just a little. Control-Alt-0. There we go. And as you can see, if you go to Z rendered, you don't see anything, but you can see all the textures that we have. That's because we are in the Eevee render engine, and the Eevee render engine does not handle transmissive materials very well. So you want to go switch over to cycles, and boom, you can see the inner crystal, and that's all transmissive. So let's set the world to be black, or be very dark. And once we render this out, it's going to be looking much more beautiful. Well, anyway, if you're in cycles, you want to set up your settings CPU to GPU compute. Bring down your light pass to get that faster render, set my performance up. Mine is 32 by 32 since I like using my GPU and CPU in conjunction with each other. So of course set your output, bring this FMPEG video, go to encoding, MPEG-4, medium quality to high quality, and good to real time. And of course if you're using Blender 2.81 and up, you want to go into your compositing and set up the denoise node, because that always helps with these renders where you have lots of details and you need many samples. First of all, you want to go from your render properties down into your, whatever this is called, view layer properties, and enable denoising data. Press Shift A and insert the new or not new because it's been out for a while now, but the denoise node, and take the noise image, place it into the image. The denoising normal, place it into normal, and denoising albedo, and place it into the albedo. Go back to layout, and we have this all set up now. So if you press F12, or you can go over here and click render image or render animation, you should have your animation. And to make this just a little bit better, what you want to do is insert a location rotation keyframe. Go over to click this to go all the way to the end of the timeline. Click RZ 360 or whatever degrees you want to spin the crystal. Insert location rotation, and you can also make it animate and make it spin as well. And if you want to turn this into a loop, what you can do is go into Edit, Preferences, change this from Bezier to Linear. Make sure Autosave Preferences is on, or Save Preferences if that is not on. And what you want to do next is delete all these and reset your keyframes if you want that to be an animation loop if you so desire. Let's move this over here just a little because you can get lighting like that. Press Z, rendered. It's looking pretty fine now. And then if you can mess with your samples, of course, if that's not enough. And then you can render your animation if you want. So if you like the video, hit that like button. If you dislike the video, hit that dislike button. If you like my videos in general, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.